Hello, hello. Good morning, happy Monday, right? So, I spent the morning looking at the moon stuff, and the full moon is coming on Friday, so I'm going to get on and do a full moon reading here today, in a little while. But first I wanted to do the morning message, kind of like daily thought, and I just ask Spirit and draw an oracle card or two. So that's what I did today out of the Wisdom of the Golden Path deck. And the card that came out is Unconditional Love. So I thought that I should just read this whole thing because it's really good. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment, is the quote. Everyone encounter teaches us something through our relationship with others. We learn more about ourselves. There are people we like and people we don't like, and we label others and the things they do as either good or bad. Yet at some point, in the past, present, or future, we have done or will do these same things. The whole purpose of all relationships is to help us to be more loving and compassionate and less judgmental. Life has a perfect way of giving us the lessons we need. What we don't love, we become until we learn to love and accept it. Can you believe that part? What we don't love, we will become until we learn to love and accept it. From this perspective, we can see how judgments that we make of others become the judgments others make about us. Our relationships help us broaden our understanding of life, love, and ultimately ourselves. Eventually, we will realize that life is simply about unconditional love and acceptance. The affirmations for this card is: today I accept others as they are. I have compassion for everyone I encounter. Today I will show kindness to myself and others. I don't know why, but that card kind of really struck me this morning when I read the whole thing. And I was like, wow, I am so kind of living that, right? Where you label somebody, hi, how's it going? Joni, oh, it's you, hi. Okay, so anyway, so I pulled 3 cards, and the first one was Unconditional Love, and that's what I just read. The second one is Wings of Light, and it's talking about your affirmations. I breathe in love, I am light, I am one with the universe, right? So I feel like whenever you're watching this message, I feel like it's important for you to embody this feeling for a minute. This wings of light. I breathe in love. I am light. I am one with the universe. I just feel like it's important for all of us to really just take a second and connect in with that energy. You know what I mean? You are me and I am you, and I'm the grass and I'm the sky and you're the sky, and all of that. Just really feeling that connection with all that is. And the third card that I pulled is trust. I trust all is happening for my highest good. I trust universal love. I trust my soul. I am always safe. So those are the 3 cards I got, and I really just I'm wowed by it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a tarot reading on this and see what Spirit wants to say about it. Spirit, tell me about this unconditional love. Give me some messages about it. Should we use a different deck? I think so. I think we're gonna use this deck. It's so spiritual. It's called Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And it's the most amazing. Okay, spirits, angels, guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for these messages so far. And thank you in advance for all the clarity that you're going to bring to us. How to roll with this. I am so like this unconditional love card. Like, I really, I really do label things bad and good. You know what I mean? Today we got to accept everything is and everybody exactly for what they are and who they are. And the card that's clarifying it is the Six of Swords. And it's called Healing Begins, but we know what the Six of Swords is. You know, in all the decks it shows something different, but it's usually spirit guiding someone to a different place, to a better vibration. So I kind of feel like spirit is guiding us right now to like understand this concept of unconditional love for everybody, right? Like with no judgment. Can you imagine that? It's hard to do, isn't it? You think about all the people that have wronged you. That's bad, right? Oh gosh. So maybe if you can just, we can just start to accept people for who they are, where they're at. I don't know though if it means that we have to be like best friends with these people. I think it's just like understanding where they're at and being like understanding it's a soul journey and it's not for us to judge it. That's kind of what I feel like. What are you guys saying down here? I see the solar plexus come out. Yeah. Okay, solar plexus. So the solar plexus, you know, it's above the belly button, below the heart. And it could feel like if it's out of whack, you know, you might want to watch. I have chakras in a playlist on my channel. So if you are feeling some kind of way, and I'm feeling like acid reflux, you know, that burning sensation, like that could be happening for someone. It's trying to tell you something. What are you trying to tell it? This could be about your dreams. It could be about decisions. It could be about moving on. Yeah. Moving forward, moving out of that energy. You might be feeling this, you know, in your stomach, like you're having, you know, stomach issues. It's because you're healing. It's because your soul wants to tell you something, right? It could be about a soul friend. Two of Cups. I feel like the Two of Cups can be like anybody who is a soul friend, right? So think of all the people that are like dominantly in your life that are soul friends, you know, like your parents and your siblings and all of that. You know, it could be about a lover too. And twos are always about deciding something, right? So maybe saying like, I feel like maybe there's someone in your family that you have some kind of feeling about, or a lover or whatever. And I feel like it's time for you to do what the card says, accept them for who they are and what they are. That doesn't mean, like I said, that you have to be best friends. It means that you need to change the way you feel about it, right? Yeah, Emperor energy. I feel like you're getting new information. It's really setting you free here with the Emperor card, right? So this could also like tell me who this person is. It could be like a lover, a boss, a father figure, a grandfather, like something, or it could be you, you know, getting new information, and stepping up and taking the lead in this unconditional love. Like maybe understanding unconditional love is the information. And it changes the way you see things and do things, the way you receive, the way you respond to other people. You know what I mean? Because like if you were just, you know, driving around and let's say somebody flips you off. Like you're just driving and you don't even know what you did, but somebody is just being like total road rage and you're the cause of it. You don't even know why. And someone just flips you off going by, you know, and like, you know how that would make you feel. Kind of like what? Attacked, angry a little bit, like what the fuck, right? But in the unconditional love thing, you're just kind of looking at that person going like, wow, I mean, they must be really being affected by this Saturn and Pluto conjunction, you know, like, wow. See, you have information. And the way you respond is differently because you really are coming from a place of unconditional love. You know, you're not judging the person who's flipping you off. You're instead just going like, wow, bummer for you. Love and light, man. I only use that for an example because it happened to me yesterday. And I was thinking to myself, what? Why are you mad at me for? I have no idea why he was mad at me. But anyway, it kind of stumped me. And then I thought about the energy. And like, remember when I did that reading on Pluto and I think it was Saturn together, and it was like there could be road rage, and like that conjunction is clear through like middle of March. March 22nd is when it finally, I think, moves out of the energy. So anyway, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Like you look at someone like, wow, what a path, right? Yeah, wings of light. I breathe in love. I am light. I am one with the universe. And that really kind of shows it, doesn't it? Now, the cards that come out with this are a little bit scary because it's like, you know, you've got the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Swords, right? So this one's called refusing to see. So maybe you have a new light or new, you know, pathway in front of you and you don't see it. I see 222 down here, you guys. So you might want to look and see what that means, you know, like angel number wise. It could be enlightening. I also see 2, 3, 4, 5. So I kind of feel like I see like steady, progressive forward movement. I feel like there's something here. I don't know. So this is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is usually about like an argument or something. But in this one, the sword is like, it's almost like saying like, it's a draw, right? Like you're done arguing, it's over. You're putting an end to it. You could be refusing to see that that needs to happen, right? You could be refusing to see the new path. But the Seven of Swords is here. And I kind of like this. Seven of Swords is usually kind of a scary card. But in this one, this person is seeking the truth. You know, peeling back the veil and going like, let me see the real truth here. And I think like when you start to, you know, you choose to seek spirit, spirit responds. And I feel like there's a lot of us that are, you know, understanding that connection more, understanding that connection with the universe. But I do see like there's a little blip in it here. Like you could be, I don't know, like not wanting to see. I feel like what you're not really wanting to see is your own value here. I don't know why, but that's what I feel like. Tell me about the trust card, Spirit. Tell me about the trust card. What do they need to trust? Oh no. See it. Oh, it's way down there. Hang on. I'm gonna have to crawl under the table, you guys. had to work for this. That might mean something. I had to work for this. The Ace of Wands, the new vitality. So, remember the trust card? I trust that all is happening for my highest good. I trust universal love. I trust my soul. I am always safe. And I did have to work for that ace. I had to crawl under the table. So that might mean that this trusting thing is going to be hard. You know what I mean? It could be very hard, but the reward is something brand new. It's something that breathes color into your life. It's a magic flute in this card. And whenever you blow on it, it's all the colors of the rainbow. So it's bringing in color and life and excitement, promise of something new. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. This is called Open Up. It's like Spirit saying, like, just trust me, man. I got all this new information. The Ace of Wands can be like a new idea. It could be like a whole new path for your life that you never even thought of, right? And Spirit is just like wanting to give it to you. I think it is right here, right? It's a new path. It's something new for you, something, you know, and when we are faced with like something brand new, something we've never ever done, seems kind of scary, doesn't it? Like, that's not what we're comfortable with. We've been doing this all along, whatever it might be. Work. The thing is we get caught up in a routine. You know what I mean? A way of thinking. We get social conditioning, religious ideology that just takes over everything. But I see you seeking for truth. You know what I mean? Like, you're asking Spirit. You're like, I just don't know. So I feel like if you were to like do some breathing and do some like setting intentions, like, yeah, Spirit, I really do want to know. I want to know something. I want to understand this connection with all that is. And so it is. When you look, you'll find. I just know that to be true. All you have to do is just be open. But like what I was saying before, like, it's hard to be open when we have all this social conditioning. Like, well, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to do this. Right. Seven of Pentacles. So I trust that all is happening for my highest good. Look at you. So this is called awaiting results. It's the Seven of Pentacles. Normally that card is saying, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay where I'm at? Should I put more energy in it? Has it been worth it? Well, according to this card, yeah. Like, I feel like this is about knowing your value in this deck, right? I mean, what's been happening is, without you even realizing it, is you've been taking care of all these trees around you. This is the mother tree. She gives nutrients, water, love to all the smaller trees. And I feel like sometimes, you know, we don't know we're doing that. We don't even realize how valuable we are. But I feel like Spirit is going to show you somehow. And I do feel like sometimes this comes from other people, you know, like other people who reach out and say, like, God, you helped me so much. You know, I had that happen to me when I was in high school. I knew this kid, and like about 10 years ago, I hadn't seen him, you know, for like 25 years or something. And he found me on Facebook, and he goes, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "You saved my life." And I'm like, "What?" I was like 16. Anyway, he told me this story about how one day, like, he had gotten a gun for a Christmas gift, and he had just a real shitty life, and I didn't really know that. But he was on his way home to like use that gun, and I said something to him. I do not remember it. That's spirit working through me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even realize I was a channel for spirit, or that spirit loved me or anything at that time. But I needed to know that when he contacted me on Facebook. I needed to know, because like all along, no matter what happened, like, I really did help him, and I didn't know. And then when I did know, I was like, oh my God. So it's things like that. Like, it's going to be messages like that from people. Like, you know what? Like, you just helped me through this. You're so strong. Like, I feel like people are going to be coming at you, telling you about who you are. This is the Empress. It's called nurture. So I feel like, you know, I feel like there's going to be people, yeah, telling you, you know, how you healed them, how magical they feel like you are, how you breathed something into them that made them love life. And I believe that when these people come in and you hear this and you know this, I mean, I see healing. I see complete healing. Hey, Jess. Okay. So, that is what the reading is saying. How beautiful is that? Should we get a little details? I want to know what this chakra, this solar plexus thing is. Because it looks like it's about dreams. It could be about confusion. It could be about walking away. It's truth. It's expressing your truth and offering love. Okay, so I feel like this is a Wheel of Fortune, this unconditional love thing. So I'm feeling like this has definitely something to do with the planets, like moving us, you know. I have Venus here. So what I feel like is happening is probably a forgiveness of self, forgiveness of other people, kind of like the unconditional love card is talking about. It's like, instead of, you know, feeling some kind of like anger or resentment or something toward people or yourself, I feel like there needs to be some forgiveness. So it could be for other people or yourself or both. I do see like you have a spirit squad kind of helping you here. So This is going to be, well, it's Emperor energy, so it's probably going to be powerful, you know, once you get to that part. So I kind of feel like this unconditional love for other people, accepting where they are, accepting yourself too, and your soul plan. You know what I mean? Like, wow. I was just talking to Joni the other day about it, like the soul plan, and what does it end up making me feel about my journey? You know, I feel like my soul is very brave. You know what I mean? To have undertook the life that it did. There's been a lot of like bumps and hills and mountains and valleys and all kinds of things. But when you read in that card and how like each interaction with every single person that we ever meet, well, it shows us something about ourselves, you know? So until we accept people for who they are, I mean, we might have to be looking at that energy in ourselves, the thing that we label as bad. I've had that happen to me. I'm sure I have more work to go, right? Tell me what you're seeking. Actually, tell me what this Five of Swords is all about. What are you refusing to see? And the Two and Five of Swords. Tell me about those. Oops. You're refusing to see your own strength. You're refusing to see your light. And remember the card? I am the light. I breathe in love. I am the light. I am one with the universe. And the cards is wings of light. So you're refusing to see your own light. Damn it. So how are you going to ever see this path? You know what I mean? So you're going to have to work through this. Tell me what it is. Oh, it's about your north node. So you're evidently being shifted to your purpose, and it's not comfortable. It's polar opposite of the way you've been living your life. That's what the nodes are. They're completely the opposite spectrum. So you go from one extreme, you start out like in your past life energy, and then you're moving into, well, I guess it would be south, right? And then you're moving into the north node, and it's a big change, and it's scary. So, but I see you starting to like look into it. Like, what is my purpose, right? I feel like once you look into this and you accept where you're at, I feel like things are going to change. Like, I feel like you're going to lose all the feeling of regret and abandonment and all of that, because you're going to understand the bigger picture. Like, oh my God, I'm actually doing what my soul came here to do. Well, what does that tell you? It tells me that you're listening. You're understanding, you're seeking. Tell me what you're seeking down here. What are they seeking? Release, how to surrender, how to accept, so that you can change. You want it, yeah, you're trying to leave this. So some of you maybe in the dark night have been, right? And I feel like what you're doing is kind of understanding that you have to surrender that. You have to accept it so that change can happen. So the overall message here, like, I feel like this Wings of Light is about like changing and having the strength to do that. Strength to, the courage to, you know, look into that thing. Like, I am the light. I'm one with the universe and I have a purpose, you know? Like, there's no room for regret in this. I need to surrender that shit right now so that I can get on with my day. This could have something to do with inner child wounding. You know, this feeling like, you know, you don't want to see. So remember what I was talking about when I first laid down those cards. I was talking about like religious ideology. And I feel like all of us are raised with some kind of belief. Maybe not so much anymore, but I think my generation and older all have some kind of belief that we were raised with, and it was no questions asked. It was 100% trusting that what we knew was true, you know? And I just feel like there's something happening here that's changing all of that, you know? I mean, I feel like something that when you were a kid, something you learned when you were a kid is going to be gone. It has to go, right? Because what you will know at the end of the day is your value. You know what I mean? With the 7, biggest tree in the forest, loving on all the little trees. And that's you. Okay, so Spirit, give me some advice for these guys. Tell me how to work through this energy. Tell me something good. Tell me what's going to be happening or what they need to hang on to or what. So balance is here. Listening to your intuition is here, and the Chariot card. Do you guys realize how many of these, and Strength again, how many of these that I've been pulling are major arcana, quite a few, which tells me like this is something that was written like in the Akashic, you know, like this is a thing. So I feel like there's sharpening intuition here. I feel like there is alignment with your higher self, and I feel like that's where you get the strength, you know. And I feel like the strength is in this card is called control. And I feel like, you know, you got strength card here like so many times, right, in different decks. And or different messages, right? Like understanding your value, understanding your strength. You also have Emperor, Empress energy on this table. So that could be where the balance comes in, you know? Yeah, it could be about love, but you know, I don't like to focus so much on romance. Not that it's not important, because it is. Everyone's a teacher, you know? Every single person is a teacher for us. But I also feel like it's not that end all be all, you know, it's you. It's just you. It doesn't include, you know, so much another person. It's your path. It's your soul. It's journey, you know. So this is what's coming is balance, more intuition, alignment with your higher self, and understanding your strength. This could be about relinquishing control, like being strong enough to like let go. Like I can't control this situation, or you know, it is what it is. This is someone else's journey. It's not for me to decide, right? I feel like that's the kind of information that's coming in with this energy. I mean, you're feeling unconditional love for everybody, including yourself. And I feel like you're sort of like entering into this kind of observer role, you know? That's what I see. Okay, so that is my morning reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a big one, huh? Courage to change. Some of you could be moving. There could be a lover coming in. I mean, there very well could be. The lovers didn't come out, but the Two of Cups did. And so there could be someone coming into, you know, that's a soul friend that helps you get through this energy. So that is what I have. I'm going to look and see what you guys are talking about. Yes, you can. Yeah, I said that right in the beginning, I think. It doesn't mean that you have to like give them a place in your life anymore. It's just kind of like you have to honor the fact that they're on their own journey. There's nothing you can do about it, you know? There's not, you know, it's not up to us to like judge them or judge their journey. You know, we just focus on our own, is what I feel like. But I just feel like, yeah, like forgiving somebody and then moving forward. It doesn't mean that you have to like invite them over for dinner every Friday or ever. It just means that you have to respect that they're on a journey and it's not yours. You know? Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. Forgiveness is for ourselves, yeah, so that we can move forward and so we can stop trying to control it. You know, because anytime like there's someone in, we're like, oh, I hate that. You know, I mean, we're just like keeping that energy alive. You know what I mean? Bitching about it, calling all our friends. I just did a reading about that not too long ago, right? Like you're calling, you're not going to believe what happened to me today. I grew up like that, man. I get it. But I think it's something that, you know, like if you grew up like that, it is something that you have to sort of slowly just go like, man, I'm doing it again. You know, like think of something else, right? Or just say thank you for reminding me that I'm not in charge of all this. You know, I'm just here observing. That's really what our souls came here to do. Observe the human. How are they going to act? Can I reach them? I don't know. I feel like it's a big game sometimes, you know, like our higher self just wanting to experience some stuff. That's how I look at it. And I feel like the shittier of a life path we have, the braver the soul. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I think about really, really bad people, though. You know what I mean? Like serial rapists and murderers and all that, you know? And it's hard to not have some kind of judgment about that shit, huh? Can you imagine what their soul was wanting to do? I mean, wonder why they wanted to experience snuffing out lives, you know, or hurting people over and over and over. Like, I don't get that. I really don't. Unless it's just simply like someone else wants to experience like moving through the energy. And so the person goes, I love you enough, I'll do it. I don't know. I don't really know. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, I wouldn't either. That's why we're not God. I don't know. I feel that fractal theory really, really hard. I don't know why, but um, you know, that the theory that, you know, each one of us is a little piece, like the living part of us is God, like the conscious part. And I remember the first time I learned about that theory, I was in college. So I was like, I don't know, my mid to late 40s, you know. Um, and I remember learning about it in a philosophy class, and I was like, "Whoa!" It was like mind blowing to me. Like, so what you're trying to say is what I was thinking. Like, so you're trying to say that God like blew himself up, and that's who we are. Like, blew himself into millions of pieces. Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe. If not, I do believe that our soul or our consciousness is part of a greater consciousness, you know? Yeah. Collectively, all of our consciousness make up the one main source energy, but we're all part of it, according to that theory. And I don't know why, but it resonated with me. And each time I mean, people don't really like to talk about it, and they think I'm being like, I don't know, some type of way. I don't know. It's none of my business what people think about me, right? But I do feel like, it's that conditioning from when we're children. I still run into it in my own life all the time. Like the beliefs that I was raised with, Jehovah Witness. And I still kind of bump into it sometimes. But I mean, started learning a long, long time ago that there were holes in that religion, holes in that ideology, that conditioning, big holes. And like, I don't know, but I'm so grateful that Spirit guided me to all of the information. You know what I mean? So I could, like, one old belief at a time, discard it, with truth, like something that was true, backing it up. So I don't know. It's a journey for sure. I've changed so much. It's crazy. Yeah. Recovering Catholic. Yeah, and seeing, so like I always saw the Catholics as pretty much, devil worshippers, pretty much. Like anybody who wasn't a Jehovah Witness was off limits. Like they were teaching lies. And I'll never forget when I started figuring out that it was the religion I grew up in that was filled with holes. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I'm going to be doing a all signs moon reading here in a little while, so you can kind of keep up, or if you want to keep watch for that, it's 9 o'clock. I'll probably be back maybe like an hour, and doing the moon reading. So it is kind of a cool moon in Virgo. So I got a lot of information. I didn't get information on each sign, but I got a lot of information on the moon itself. And it's, also sun is in Pisces, so there's quite a bit of information. And then I'm going to do tarot readings for each sign about the moon. So I'll see you then, and I love you guys. Was a Pentecostal. So yeah, like my grandma was too. Like, well, she was raised seems like Pentecostal. Like, I don't know what the name of the church was, but they spoke in tongues and all that stuff. But then she was like, she's the one that found the Jehovah Witness religion. And like, her whole family, her brothers, her sisters, they all went for it. So I'm third generation in that religion and have broken the cycle. I have broken the cycle of that, but I don't know. I've always thought about my grandma, and like I just loved her so much. Sometimes I feel like letting go of that religion is almost like, I don't know, like not respecting her or something like that. You know what I mean? Like deep down, I feel guilty sometimes. Like, I'm sorry, Grandma. I know you believed in this 100%. But then I think like, well, she's a soul. She already knows. She probably helped me get here, right? Who knows? All right. I'll see you guys in about an hour. Love you guys.